everybody, today I'm going to be giving you a tour of my sketchbook. I decorated the last page in my last video, so definitely go check that out. I will leave a link in the description. Yeah, I started this on June 27th of 2021 and ended at June 11th, 2022. I did not decorate the back parts of each page just because I didn't really want to. I think in my next sketchbook I will try to do that. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, and now let's just get started. So the first page is obviously the welcomes page. I just wrote welcome to my sketchbook and then just decorated it, and I'm pretty happy with it. And I also have the date. Next page is just a spread of horses. I really like this one. I remember always liking it. I did a lot of spreads of animals in the beginning of this, so you'll see that. But here is a cat one. Not too happy with that one. I have kangaroos. For some reason, this one always just sticks out to me. I don't really know why. So here's a seahorse that I did with just a bunch of blue circles. I really like this one, and I was really proud of it. Here is a spread of deer. I feel like there's like no good drawing here, but together it looks pretty good. Here are some sheep. And I did some plants. I think this was like the first colored pencil drawing in here. Here's some horses. I really like this one over here, and I'm really happy with the legs on this one. Some croissants, because why not? I have a page of butterflies. I remember this one was super hard to get symmetrical. I'm pretty happy with it. And then I went in with the juicy highlights. So this was a spread of turning my characters into a dessert. So Pollen was a bee, Willy was a sheep, and Coral was a octopus. Here's just a fun little sketch of a unicorn in a pond. Here is Coco. I actually painted him with real chocolate, but then I threw that one away since I didn't want it to rot. So I redrew it with colored pencils, and I did make a video on that, so you can go and watch that. Here I went on vacation, I drew some, so I just kind of glued them into these pages. Pretty happy with that line, by the way. The page is actually cool when you like blur your eyes, but if you look closely, there's so many like little mistakes and stuff that it kind of ruins it, but I still think it's cool. So here's the first like finished horse piece. I'm pretty happy with this one aside from the hair. I didn't really know what I was doing, but aside from that, I really like the shading on this one. And so this one I actually have a video on. It's actually planning for this page, and this horse I absolutely love. I think it's so beautiful and just makes me happy. Definitely go watch that video. I believe it was the 3-color challenge, and I got the colors brown, green, and pink. This was kind of like an everyday sketch challenge thing that I just did with myself, and I did it for 6 days, and I just drew a sketch every day, and I think I used like Pinterest for inspiration. Okay, here's recreating my artwork. It was just like a butterfly drawing, and then I recreated it and definitely improved from that. This is one of my favorite pages. It has some pen sketches where I use no pencil, I just went in with the pen. This one's a little bit weird, but this one I absolutely love, and I'm pretty happy with this one too. Here is the little fox scene. I did this in trying to finish some drawings in my sketchbook video. So I have this one and this one in there. Definitely like this one a lot more than this one, but I still think they're both pretty cute. Here are just some flowers. I think this page is like really awkward, like there's something missing here, and it's just like weirdly spaced, but I still kind of like it. Here is my Halloween dog. I love this one so much. This is when I first used my Prismacolors that were brand new, so I love how it turned out. Cute. Okay, here was those like cool markers that I used, and I'm not really happy with this, but I think it's cool how the color changed, and I got to try that out in my sketchbook. Here I did like an all light brown and dark brown page, so I just did a bunch of animals with the same color scheme. This was just like an aesthetic wallpaper drawing. I'm not really sure why I did this, but I did, and I actually really like it. This flower I would always draw in my notes, so I decided to just draw it and get it in color and stuff. So this is what I did here, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It's a little wonky and like out of proportion. Here is another one of recreating my old artwork, and it's a lollipop. I'm really happy with this one. I think it really looks like it's popping out of the page. And I have improved from like these like grainy bits where I actually make the colored pencil look more smooth. So it's cool to look back and see how I did that before. Okay, so here is a horse drawing that I made. I was really happy with this one until I got to the hair. I don't know how to do horsehair. I really need to work on it, but I'm still pretty proud of the shading. So this was actually leftover paint from this one, which I really love. So I just had some orange left over, so I just kind of drew this because I didn't want to waste it. But yeah, these are the mushrooms. I love them. And I think they're so cute. So here is when I tried scrapbooking. I did 2 pages, one more brown and one like pink and purples. Really happy with both. I think I actually like the brown one more, even though before I liked the pink one more. Here's probably my favorite page in this sketchbook. It is this beagle that I drew, and I really, really like it, and I'm really proud of it too. Here is where I drew my poems. So I used to write poems, so I just drew them and like incorporated them into drawings. So I'm pretty happy with that. Here are just some sketches. I got some dogs and some blob animals. Here are my 15 doodles anyone can do. Make sure to go watch that video if you would like to see some doodles that you can draw. I love this page. I did leave the bottom blank because I don't want to take away from these two because I'm really happy with them, especially this one. And also, just look how sweet this one looks. I think I actually drew these at like 6 a.m. because I couldn't sleep, so I just drew horses. Here was my scribble line challenge. I just drew a scribble and then I drew what I saw from it. So you can definitely go check that video out too, and I really like this one. Here is where I turned a dessert into an animal. So I decided to turn ice cream into a dog. Here are the colors I used, and here's the finished product. Here is just like a little collage I made. So I used Posca pens for these 2 drawings, and then I just added some sticky notes with some horse drawings in there that were all around the blue and purple color. Here are my cute little bunnies. I love them so much, and I think they're so adorable. This was one of my draw with me videos, as well as this one where I drew some baby farm animals. Really like these two. So here's my drawing messy horses page. I really like this one. As you can see, my last couple pages I really like just because I'm getting better and this is more current, so these are like deeper to me. And here is the second to last page. It's just like an all pink, I guess, mood board. I'm not really sure what to call it, but I really like this one. I think it's really aesthetic, and I really like pink, so obviously I will like this. And so here is the end. This is the page I decorated last video. And in the back here, I did make a pocket with some drawings in it. I have the sticker from this sketchbook so that I know what it was. And I also have this pink horse drawing. It's pretty bad, but inspired the blue one right here. As you can see, inspiration. Obviously the blue one's much better though. And then I just have this pretty swimsuit that I cut out of a magazine. Here I have this fairy thing. I made it a long time ago in like a school project, but we had to take like an item from outside and then incorporate it into a drawing. I just chose a leaf. And then for the last 2, this is just some cherries that I did with Posca pens, and I made this little scrapbooking thing that I made from some leftovers from that scrapbooking video. But yes, that is my sketchbook. I love it so much, and it's really close to me, and I'm glad I can keep all of these drawings forever. A new sketchbook is on its way, so expect to see like a video of starting that in a couple of weeks. That is the end of this sketchbook. Hope you enjoyed. Bye!